Hi, it's Dawn here at Stickleton, and we're officially into spring. Our clocks changed early hours this morning, so they went forward by an hour, which is really nice, which means we've now got the longer evenings. So that's really good. So with spring here, it's time to get on with spring things. So first thing I want to show you is the incubator, because I finally got the incubator on the go. Right, this is the one I've got. It's only a small one. I don't need a big incubator, and it does automatically revolve, and of course it's got the usual temperature controls, etc. And it's got the light for candling. These eggs have been in here for 7 days now. I haven't candled any of them. It does automatically turn as well. There's a gear there on a timer, so every couple of hours the eggs revolve round completely. The whole thing spins and the eggs turn. The other thing I like about it is the water. Trying to keep a check on what the water is like in the incubator, or the level of the water, I've always found is quite difficult. So this one, you just attach a bottle. You can actually attach two, which I think would be more for duck eggs, because they need more of a humid atmosphere. I've got that one clamped off, and so it just automatically feeds, and I can see the water level there in the bottle. Another good point is this. It means if I know there's a power cut, I can plug this in to a battery. So I absolutely love that idea. It does come with a UK 3-pin plug. Yeah, so I've been waiting for the electrician to finish with his electrical work so I could set the incubator up, because I didn't want any interruptions to power supply. The instructions are very basic. It's just called a little flying saucer intelligent incubator. I've got 9 chicken eggs in there. It also comes with a polystyrene box that, I did see it somewhere, right, heat retaining foam box. So if there's a power cut, you can plug in an alternative power supply. You can also put the whole thing into the box. There's an opening there for the cables to come out, and that will help keep it at a steady temperature, which I thought was a brilliant idea. It comes with a spare motor, and that's the spare bit for the turning, and that's the spare fan. That's the connection thing with the crocodile clips for the, oh, what should we call it, the battery. You've got another plate for smaller eggs. So yes, I'm quite happy. Really good price. So we'll see what it's like in a couple of weeks when the eggs hatch. We'll pop a link down below, so anybody who wants to check it out on Amazon can do. Right, let me show you some progress through the kitchen. So if you remember, there was the sink unit there. Well, the sink unit's now gone, and Martin's been assembling the carcasses for all the cupboards and getting them in place. So all the carcasses are there. And he's also been doing the pipe work. So this is where our pipe work all comes in. So that has had to run all the way around the kitchen, round to where the sink is. We're temporarily using the old sink, just sitting on top of a couple of units. This space here will be dishwasher. That one will be washing machine, and there'll be one there for tumble dryer. But at the moment it's just all temporary, connected up to the old sink. You have to excuse the dishes. So it's all a bit of everything's still sitting in old drawers, just perched around the place. That is where the cooker will go, and of course the extractor will be hooked up there. Next step now is get the underfloor heating down and get it all tiled. And then we can, once that's done, we can start bringing in appliances and getting the kitchen finished off. So it's quite nice to have this big space. There's Paige, she's checking out all the bowls, seeing if anybody's left anything for her. So we're getting quite used to having the nice big space and the big open windows and lots of light. So it's finally getting there, but it's, we're still a good way off yet. The electrician finally did the consumer unit, which means we can finish getting all that area blocked in. It'll just be nice to get something finished. Nothing is finished yet. I'll show you out here what he has done. Right, he's put a new consumer unit in, so I'm going to get our builder to try and do something with this ugly mess that's been left behind. Don't know what yet, but it'll all have to be boxed in, and of course, which means we can get that bit blocked in. This goes through to the freezer room, but of course, even when that's done, we still haven't even got a light switch in here, and there's still all this mess here. So it's just, it's constant. It's really starting to wear me down now, because it's like nothing is finished. There's just lots and lots of jobs, but I would just like to see one job actually finished, but there's not. And the electrical work just seems to be taking forever. And pantry, we still haven't got the door. This bit still hasn't been finished off round there. The builder has made a start. Turn the light on so you can see it a bit better out here. So this in here, washing machine won't be here, of course. This will be our shower room, and this will be toilet and sink area, and this space will be the boot room. So we've got that wall up, but again, we've still got a big hole in the ceiling. We've got no lighting in here. Got no lighting in there either. We've got really no proper lighting anywhere. I just wish everybody would just come in, crack on, get done what they've got to do, and then clear off. It's been like 2 years now of having workmen intruding in our lives, and it just makes things very, very difficult. Very difficult, and I find it mentally exhausting, because even though with all that space, all I've got is this little bit here to work with. So, and I just keep thinking, well, it's just 2 years now, 2 years since we started it, and to me, we just don't seem any further forward. But there we go. One day, I just keep thinking, one day we'll be there, one day it will be done. So anyway, I did get myself a new piece of equipment to do some deli meat with. And yeah, so I'll show you that now, and again I will pop the link down below. Right, something new to me. I'd seen somebody use one of these, and I thought, absolutely brilliant, a good way of doing our own deli meats. So this is the pot the meat goes in. That's the pressure loaded spring that goes on top. That's the lid that goes on top, and the thermometer that goes in there, and the thermometer shows you the temperatures, etc., that they're going to get to. Now when it's done, it comes out solid. Right, yeah, so it comes out solid. Once it's done, you leave it to cool, you pop it in the fridge, and then you can tip it out. And this is it. It comes out absolutely solid, ready for slicing. This one is a minced lamb, and it's been seasoned with a kebab seasoning, a doner kebab seasoning that I made. So this one will be used for doner kebabs. The one I'm doing today, I've just minced up some turkey. Some turkey legs and bits of wings that we had in the freezer, and so they've been pureed up and they've been seasoned with some salt and pepper, and I'm now going to put them in the pot. But let me put away the cooked meat first. So I'm going to my hands are clean, I have washed them. Pack the meat into the container. It wasn't that expensive to get, and you just cook the whole thing in a saucepan of water, and then when the internal temperature gets up to whatever it should be for that meat you're using, you just leave it to cool down, and that'll be it. Done. You do get with the set some plastic bags to line the pot with, and you pack them with your meat, but I don't like the idea of cooking in plastic, so so that's not happening. So let me get this. I can't do this lid one-handed, so I'm gonna have to put two hands on, get the whole thing on, and then I'll show you what we do next. Okay, that bit goes in on top of the meat with the spring, and then this bit goes on top. Right, I'm going to need two hands to do that. There we go, that's that on. It just clips. You see there's little clips there. Clips under there. We're going to put the thermometer in. Now, because this is poultry, I need to get it right round to this red bit here. So that's going into my saucepan of water. It doesn't need to cover it. About halfway up, and yeah, and then as it heats, of course, the temperature will rise, and then once it gets round to here, I know it's ready to lift out. That shows me the internal temperature is high enough for it to cook. So I'll show you it when it comes out. There we go, it has reached temperature, and it's gone beyond red. It was where it needed to be, the internal temperature, and it's actually just past that. So I'm going to take that off the heat now and leave the whole thing to cool down. Right, this is the turkey meat that has now cooled. It's come out of the press, so it's quite a nice solid chunk. So we're going to get it sliced up. So as you can see, that's quite a nice sliced meat, perfect to add to sandwiches, rolls, whatever. And this one is, of course, is just a turkey. And it's really tasty as well. So this will be used for lunches, etc. What I'm going to do is I'm going to divide it all up and I'll vacuum pack it into little packages, smaller packages. And they can go in the freezer. I'm putting together a big container there. I've got some packages of pastrami, the pastrami that we made the other week. I've got some salami in there. And now we've got the turkey. The meat press can also be used for doing hams, chicken meat, bologna, sausage, all that type of thing. So I'm hoping to put together a selection of different meats that will serve us for lunches. And like I said, I'll pop the link down below to the meat press. It's not actually that expensive. It's a lot cheaper than what I thought they'd be. And I'm actually thinking of getting another couple so that when I do things like the doner kebab meat, I can do perhaps 3 at a time in my big saucepan, so that will cut down on the timing for it as well. And then of course they can just go in the freezer as they are, or it can even just be sliced up and go in the freezer. So anyway, I'm going to wind everything up there and hopefully catch up with you next week. I will be candling the eggs at some point during the week or next weekend, so I'll show you that. I've got lots of seeds coming up, so there's lots going on out in the polytunnels, and I've got a few other plans of some pantry staples that I want to get done. So I'm going to crack on with slicing up my meat. Take care everybody, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and please leave me your comments down below. And I hope you're all enjoying the extra daylight at the end of the day. Take care.